It's just
Totally.
Riverside upgraded the experience.
Yeah,
And
no,
this
mine's uploading. So if it's uploading, it's
Okay.
recording.
Upgraded, more confusion. All right.
Yep.
Well,
do you think Riverside could upgrade Dave's mic?
What's
fuck
wrong with Dave's
off.
mic?
It's working, isn't it?
Yes. Yes,
God
it is.
damn it. I'm going to come to your house and beat you with my mic.
Oh, would you? I would like to see you in Austin. I would actually totally tolerate a beating to hang out with you.
Is it hanging out with me a beating enough?
Well, it is, but only emotionally. I mean, I would take a little bit of physical pummeling.
Would you do it
Well,
while
that's-
saying "Call me daddy"?
Yes, Daddy.
That's never going away, is it?
Tell
you were
daddy you're
beating me-
sorry.
Call me a good girl.
Wow.
Man, and now I'm picturing it. I'm not happy about it.
All right. Well, welcome to Smarter Artist episode, I think 23.
His
Nothing
daddy
smarter than that opening.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I'm gonna
Today's
get some
topic-
creativity. Let me go in and let me watch this. I feel smart now. What the fuck?
I never promised value. I'll just
No, you didn't. But thank you for clarifying that you didn't promise value. People love that.
we should put that for our channel trailer. If you're here for value, there's the door.
Oh, I like that. That's a good tagline.
And it is a podcast. Anyway, today's topic is
Daddy and friends.
another high effort show, Hypotheticals 2 Electric Boogaloo.
How long did it take you to come up with a topic for this show, Dave?
You know, honestly, I was going through a few different topics and I was like, I'm not feeling any of them at the moment. So I started coming up with hypothetical questions, and it took surprisingly longer than the last one did. I actually put effort into this one.
Oh, I'm glad. So those of you keeping score at home, they put effort into this one.
1 out of every 5 or 6 shows, I put effort into it. I
I
swear.
do appreciate that. So do the listeners.
So
Sell me on this, Dave. So I'm tuning in. I'm like, I want to learn about publishing and creativity. Why the hypotheticals? No, because you said they were okay, so that it came off as a dig, but I meant it seriously, right? Like they're creatively hypothetical.
okay, last week we had a craft show about book covers. That was, for the craft audience. But the people are demanding more fun episodes. They like us when we're stupid. So
And by the people,
Are you making this up, or is this like actual feedback that you're getting?
no, nobody's complained about the craft episodes, but people say they enjoy the banter between us. Some have even called it witty banter.
Oh, well then is there any way we can recover that joke you made right before we started?
yeah, I'm not taking the opinions of anyone who thinks this is witty.
I'm trying to remember. Somebody emailed me. I think it was from England, and they said, "I love the dumbassery" or something.
Oh, I
Or
like
something about us
that.
being dumbasses, but they liked it. So
Yeah, it's
more of
it's-
that, please.
Yeah, it's kind of a backside compliment. I love you being dumbasses.
But to me, hypotheticals, I've always enjoyed. Ever since I was a kid, I love posing what if questions, and like most of my conversations with friends over the years have always been around hypothetical situations. And to me, it helps me think. And while we're on the subject, while I was coming up with this list of questions, I came up with an idea for a script that is fucking awesome.
Oh, I did like this actually.
So I kind of like I changed the question on here so you wouldn't be able to listen
no
to
one
it.
can steal your idea.
No one could steal my idea because I know M. Night Shyamalan's out there with his fucking like radar or something.
Now he's making a movie
Satellite.
about a Muppet.
For real?
I wouldn't put it past him. But there's a twist though. It's actually a regular puppet.
So these conversations, like, to me, they inspire other thought. And They're fun and they're funny usually sometimes, or we'll get in arguments. I don't know. So,
So since you're not giving your idea to be stolen, how can the average listener take a what can they get away from our hypothetical questions that we're answering?
well, they could play along. They could answer in the comments, or
Oh,
they
all
could,
right. No. I dig it. I dig it. I'm sold. Good job.
or I feel like when it's kind of like brainstorming, like the thing you start with isn't the thing you end with, and it's like sort of interactive.
Yeah,
Whether you're doing it,
I dig that. I mean, I haven't heard the questions. Wait, I didn't get show notes or anything. I don't know what we're about to
I
get
don't
into.
spoil these questions.
Yeah.
So we want to start with something cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Johnny. Johnny's got.
No, you
something
go.
like a
You
chop.
go. Let me pretend to be magnanimous for a second.
Yeah, my something cool is I'm very excited that Dave and I are so we're
Married.
we are it's time. It's time. So after many delays, we're starting to publish fiction again, and we have like a few years worth of backlog. Like there's so many drafts and novels and projects that have just stacked up. And starting next month, we'll be publishing again. And I had one project that I've been wanting to publish for a long time, and I just assumed that would be the first one. But it has a few continuity issues, so it needs another pass. And because it got expanded, like we went back to like episodic type of writing and added a bunch of cliffhangers and added like 40,000 words to the draft. So it's 8 episodes now instead of just one novel.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I really like it. I like the world building, and I'm picturing it like 6 seasons long, eventually on TV, and it's definitely being engineered for that. But it just requires more work. It needs more work. So it got bumped, and that means that something needed to take its place in July, and it's Mauricio's Gone, which there's been 3 completely different versions of Mauricio's Gone over the years also, but this is the one that finally made it to the finish line, and Dave's taking another pass at it right now and had some really good ideas to inject in it, and I'm excited, like and it feels really appropriate because this other idea was kind of wrong to be the first one back, even though it was the one that really excited me. Yesterday's Gone is what started it all for us. Like this podcast wouldn't even exist without that project. And so, like kind of coming back after a couple of years gone with Yesterday's Gone, sibling.
Couple years gone.
Yeah, it feels right. It feels exciting. And as soon as we finish this podcast, Dave and I are talking about, Mauricio's Gone some more and our launch plans, and so I'm excited. Like I'm feeling really grounded in the work that we're doing right now, and I'm excited for I was gonna say I'm excited for what we're doing, but right when I was about to say that, I just saw Johnny's tagline under his name, which is "I never promised value." It's just so good. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about our newest leg of our fiction adventure, and specifically Mauricio's Gone, who is still my very favorite character to write.
And Johnny, do you have something cool?
So I'm going to go with a book that I read. I was told by many people. So what happens to me when I'm out at conventions or wherever else is, you end up talking about books and you try to find like, this book is like that. What's the last thing you read? Cause I'm trying to match people. And one that kept coming up was Red Rising. So I finally read it. Yeah. Did you read the whole thing? Because it was originally a trilogy, and then he added 1 or 2 more. I think it's a second trilogy starting. I don't remember exactly.
I read one book.
Yeah. So I read Red Rising. Now the flip side of this is I'm not as into the second book, which is interesting because the first one is, so it's kind of it has that post-apocalyptic feel. It very much fits in that kind of subgenre, and it's about a future where society is stratified by colors. So the people designated as gold are physically different. And I think that they're physically gold, right? Like they actually have like gold eyes and stuff, and they're the ruling class. And then there's a whole bunch of other colors, and like blues are this and browns are this and everything. And at the very bottom are the reds, who are basically mining for helium-3 to like powers it flight or something. So it's an uprising story kind of. This isn't spoiling anything, but I don't know if that's a spoiler, but anyway, I really enjoyed it because it had kind of a Hunger Games vibe, but a little bit more grown up. Like it felt like Hunger Games meets Ender's Game or something like that. Like it was very strategic minded. Now, the reason I don't think I'm liking the second book, Golden Sun, as much is because it feels like that Ender's Game high strategy sort of stuff really took over what I liked about the first book. So it's a little more technical, and I feel like I really need to pay attention to all of the political machinations, which is ironic because I have a lot of political machinations in everything that I write. So I'm a little slower on that, but I really enjoyed Red Rising and would recommend.
Yeah, so I'm checking my Audible, and I did finish this book, but I don't recognize anything that you just talked about. So weird.
I believe you told me about the book because your daughter had read it, and I was looking for YA book recommendations for my son at one time, and that was one of the things you recommended.
I'd add my recommendation to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm not remembering things like I used to.
Again, it felt a little more grown up to me. And this is not a knock against the Hunger Games.
I do remember that. I remember the vibe. Weirdly, I don't remember a lot of details about the story, but I remember where I was when listening to a part of it, which was walking the Barton Creek Mall, listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, well, there you go. Everybody can enjoy that tidbit. I never promised value.
My something cool is something that I've been sneaking into the end of each week's dispatch, which you can find at smarterartist.net/dispatch. It is our weekly newsletter, and I started putting comic strips at the end of it.
Oh, that's cool. I read through a few of the dispatches, but I missed the last one, so I didn't see that. That's pretty cool.
It's been in the last 3, but okay.
Well, wait a minute. You must not be including the actual graphic of it, because I am admittedly skimming.
I
Really?
am.
Well,
yeah,
then,
it's at the very bottom.
Then maybe I'm not seeing the dispatch. Maybe I'm seeing an email that I think is the dispatch. Do you send an email? This is okay. Well, I'm trying to provide some value here. So the people who sign up for the dispatch, am I on that list? Because I think I might be on the general Smarter Artist list. Well, okay. So I get like, you send a bunch of things about the cover promotion with 100 covers.
Yeah.
And you usually send some sort of a recap about the episode, and
Yeah,
it's got a little story.
Fridays? Do you get them on Fridays?
That sounds right.
Goes out on Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well now then I need to look again to solve this, because I feel like I would have seen that, and it's weird that I didn't. So I'm wondering
You're
if I'm
leaving
early.
I get it. You're like, I don't want to
Well, I mean, I know that's the joke.
entire
But
essay.
I know that's the joke, but I actually am not. So that's why I'm kind of confused. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I did it first. I forgot I was talking about something, and it involved like, getting better over time and not letting the early stages of your career hold you back. And I was talking about, when I was drawing a comic strip, and how the early ones were really bad, but I was kind of, delusional enough to keep going, and they got really good at as I went. And I did that for like 10 years. So I put a couple of those in, good and bad, to show, an example of where I was to where I'd gone before I quit doing that and was writing. And a lot of people emailed back, said they liked them and they wanted to see more. But I don't have the time to redo that comic at the moment, although I keep, saying I will, because my mother loves those comics and I want to do that for her. But these are kind of related to, creativity and writing, and it's called ghostwriting. And I put 2 so far at the ends of the newsletter. So,
well, you're right. I must have bailed early because I'm seeing them both. So my fault. My bad. I got to the wedding scene. I'm reading them right now. It's just cool because I know that that's your first love is comics.
Yeah,
so that's
Dave's
really
been
cool.
wanting to do some sort of a comic for a long time. Let's come back.
So, yep, that's my something cool, and people are enjoying it, and that's cool. So, we'll probably put them up somewhere, like social media or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, all right, on with the show.
All right.
Hypotheticals.
These are the hypotheticals you worked so hard on.
Yes. All right. Congratulations. You have a new next door neighbor. And he's an insufferable asshole who lets his dog shit all over your yard, lets his trash and grass clippings blow over to your house, and regularly plays loud music late at night. How do you handle this?
Why do I feel like this is autobiographical?
All of these are straight from my diary.
Yeah, Dave, have you seen? I know you were watching your Friends and Neighbors.
Yeah. I know the dog thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Amanda Pete's character, a dog keeps shitting on her lawn, and she takes the dog and she puts it in, or the shit, and she puts it in a little bag, and she knocks on her neighbor's door and hands her the bag, and the neighbor's like, "Oh, thank you," and then Amanda Pete walks away, and she opens the bag, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
See, that was her first mistake. She handed her the bag. You don't ever let them know that you're the one doing it. You just attack mercilessly until they get the point.
So
But you never make yourself into, the target. What?
So the dog is shitting on your lawn. I don't give a fuck about grass clippings. And what, loud music?
Loud music late at night. He's just a fucking bad neighbor. Maybe he even drives fast through the neighborhood and you're afraid one of your dogs will get hit or something.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I tolerate a lot of bullshit because I'm not confrontational. But I did have we did have neighbors that their dog was like, it was like wasn't, I feel like there was a dog in a Chevy Chase movie that just casually bit people all the time or something. I don't know. Like it felt like that. It felt like this like crazy aggressive dog that like scared everybody when we were in the backyard. And the dog was like coming through the fence. We had a fence, like a wood fence, and the dog was like beating the fence up so much. And I actually did walk around the block and talk to them, and I don't remember what ended up coming from that other than I put another layer of fence. So I put my own layer of fence. I mean, I'm not usually going to ask somebody, you need to fix this, unless, I usually try to find easy consensus. And we do have a neighbor who has a band and they'll play loud music, but I always just say that annoys me a little because selfishly I want to go out in my yard and have it be quiet, but they're doing an artistic endeavor and I appreciate art, and they don't do it all the time and they don't do it crazy hours. So I just let them go. So that's my answer. I think it would depend on how bad it got.
Yeah, I'm with Johnny. Like I tend to live and let live. If it felt like I don't have small children anymore, but if like I had small children and I felt like they were in some kind of danger because how fast they were driving or something, then I would say something about that. If it was like really loud music like late at night and I'm trying to sleep, although I don't even think that would like, I sleep. I gotta the air purifier is super loud. We crank it up. I can sleep. But if it was affecting my sleep, I would say, hey, like you should be aware of what time it is and be conscientious of your neighbors. And I would try to be diplomatic. I feel like I would find the right words in the right order to say what I meant. And I would try to handle it like a gentleman.
I have two quick amusing stories on this before you give your answer, which I'm sure is going to be spectacular. So one is that this guy, I don't know either of these people, but in our neighborhood, we have mailboxes that are not at our houses for some weird ass reason. Like you have to walk down to the mailbox. And there's this near one of the mailboxes. The mailbox is like 8 feet from a wooden fence of a house that's right behind the mailboxes. And so one day I'm walking by and the person who lives in that house had like printed something out and put it in like a waterproof thing and taped it to the back of his fence. And it was like, "Dear behind the fence wine drinker." And he went on to explain that like, hey, I enjoy a good drink too. But because they were using those Boda boxes and he's like, the problem is they're green and they blend into my grass. So when I run over them because I don't see them, and he like provided a little bag to throw them into. And it was the most amusing, like trying to make peace with an obnoxious behavior thing I'd ever seen. That was a funny story about neighbors. And then, plus the fact that somebody was behind the mailbox, which is white out in the open. It's not like it was concealed, just drinking wine. I think that's funny. But then I had a friend whose neighbor behind them kept asking if he could babysit their little girl. Was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like they ran away from that dude like nobody's
Dave has
business.
a lot of things to say about that.
That is
Dave wrote a story about that.
That is a great way to get rid of people that live near you.
Oh, I never even thought of that. What if you don't like them? So you just keep asking.
You put a sign on your yard that says "sexual predator lives here."
Oh my God, I
make
have
sure
it.
it
Oh, go
faces
ahead.
them.
Finish. I have another one because you said that, because that sounds like that's a joke. But let me tell you something that isn't a joke. I have a lot of stories on this apparently. So my mom knew this guy who lived in this area that had never been developed. It was just kind of like this. He really liked his backyard and he had all this space. And they were building a 2-story house that was right. The audience probably doesn't. Dave might not. And it like looked into his yard, like if those people looked out their window. But that's just what happens. Like you get a house next door. So he did a series of things to try and discourage them, which the main one was that he decided that he was going to demonstrate that he was a nudist and was just started walking around in his backyard naked all the time, just going out and doing things. And I think he hung a bunch of garbage too, like he strung clotheslines and put garbage over them to like try and look gross. And that culminated in him, I think he paid a guy, either that both are funny. Either he paid a guy to do this or he did it himself, went onto the roof and in white paint wrote, "I am a nudist." I have a photo of it. It's spectacular. So that when they look down, they'd see this house. Yeah, that guy should be in an institution. It didn't work, by the way, and now he's friends with them.
It depends on the person. Most people I feel I can talk to, but if they're like Florida crazy, then I'm gonna find another solution. And I'll be creative, and it'll be in a way that they'll never know it comes from me, but they will stop doing whatever they're doing.
Will they suspect that it comes from you?
No.
So ominous.
Let me give you an example of what my father did.
Wait. Okay, so what's the? Never mind. Go. Trying to get Dave to be like logic just doesn't work. So just go.
So my father lived on a street where people kept running over his mailbox for no reason I can think of, because it wasn't like at a turn or anything. So he had about enough of
personal?
it. I don't think so. He didn't have any enemies.
Were they running over it or were they playing mailbox baseball?
Running over it because it was hitting a car. People would like speed through the neighborhood. So my dad decided the best way to handle it was to, the next time he put the mailbox up, he built the plastic post as it was, but he put bricks inside and like lead poles. And I won't say any more for legal reasons, but it ended as well as you could hope.
Well, I mean, what legal, like, did this happen during your childhood? And what legal repercussions are you worried about in 2020?
I don't know. I just like, just to be, it was a long time ago, well past the statute of limitations.
So now
Nobody died.
Right. I mean, it's just because my father-in-law has considered this too. When your mailbox gets hit, because usually it's mailbox baseball where they're doing it on purpose, just driving by and hitting it out the window. So he was going to do something like that, and I think the question was like, it's like putting a bear trap out in your yard. You're purposely trying to injure people. Never mind that they're fucking with your mailbox. So there you go.
I mean, can you put a live grenade in a mailbox? That is a question. I don't know. So, all right, on to the next question. Okay, here's a good one. Would you?
Oh, Dave's so pleased with himself.
Can't wait.
Today.
Can't wait.
By the way, I read these to my son. He was laughing. Would you rather pose nude for the other two of us to draw,
Oh God.
or would you rather have to draw the other of us nude? So you either have to get naked and we see you, or you have to see both of us naked.
Oh, this is like a deleted scene from Saw. I don't know.
Well, the original version of this was F. Mary.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd rather. Actually, I don't. This isn't even close. I'd love to draw Dave naked. Like, why is this a?
With your mom.
I don't want to get naked for Dave, but I would love Dave to get naked for me.
Now, the
Wow.
question is Dave compatible? Because we may have a swipe right situation here.
Johnny?
I suppose the least of evils would to be drawn. Maybe I could strategically, maybe I could find a loophole in the rules as to how I pose. I don't know. I don't want to do either.
Yes, I would draw the other two of you, and I would make them quite whimsical. All right.
I mean, this is going on in your brain most of the time anyway. It's just actualizing it.
I'm always drawing you all naked. You just don't see them.
Can
I
you
do have
share
a
your
Dropbox
portfolio?
folder if you'd like. What?
Can you share your portfolio?
Yes. You can go to the zoo tomorrow and choose any
Wait,
animal.
just before we move on to the zoo, do you still have the picture you drew of my mom? I'm just curious.
I don't know. If I do, I don't know where it is. So
Or will he admit to it?
I'm sure I do. I think it was like in one of my notebooks, so I probably have it somewhere.
Is it stuck
Dave, what are you
together?
doing in this mastermind when we're talking about publishing? Oh, I'm drawing myself fucking Sean's mom with giant boots on.
We were not fucking. We were making love. Okay, get it straight. You go to the zoo tomorrow. Choose any animal currently caged there and bring it home, assuming it wants to be there. Which animal would you choose?
When you say it wants to be there, do you mean that it will not maul you?
Yeah, it's tame.
And what about environment? Like, do you have an appropriate environment?
Well, that's for you to decide. I don't know. Like, smaller animal? Okay, let's say you have a nice big-ass yard.
Well, it's not even a yard. It's like, I would pick a koala bear, but I need a eucalyptus tree for that.
That's a good one. Koala bear is really good. That's like that Mitch Hedberg joke about the koala infestation. I was actually going to say bear. It's funny because Austin has this whole thing about how he's like, I wish bears weren't deadly because I just want to pet them. Like, they just look cute.
They are
But they'll rip your face off.
Yeah, they're adorably vicious. But a koala bear is just kind of like adorable and not vicious.
Well, that's why I'm thinking, like, because I could do the koala bear thing. I mean, I can't for a thousand reasons, but that is possible. So if we're entering a world where the impossible becomes possible, i.e. the bear won't rip my face off, I'm like, I might as well leap on that. But I know I saw this thing where, like, have you ever seen a bear opening a car to get at something inside? It's like they're just pressing the clicker. Like, it's like burp. You just no effort at all to rip that car open.
All right.
What about you, Dave? What would you get?
I would probably also choose either a bear or a penguin. Probably not a penguin because they shit everywhere and they stink, but I do love penguins. So
Man,
what
no
does
win
a
for the
penguin
Bears
smell like?
today.
what's that?
What does a penguin smell like? Fish?
Fishy.
Yeah.
And they
That-
shit everywhere, so I imagine that
tracks.
doesn't smell
Would you get a
good.
penguin or a puffin?
And doesn't every animal shit
Penguin.
everywhere? What animal doesn't shit everywhere?
Birds tend to shit more than other animals. Like, they shit like constantly. So other animals don't.
Are you half bird? Do birds also like triangulate all of their travel around where the
Well,
bathrooms
birds
are?
also, they don't piss. They basically, I forget what it's called, but they piss and shit. Like, it's the same thing. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
constant.
urea. Sean and I may have made a joke about getting fucked in the cloaca with bird porn or something. I don't remember.
Dude, I just remembered that like a beat before you said it. It
Yeah,
wasn't
that
the
was-
Bloody Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Oh yes, that was a story right there. Yeah. Well, the reason I mentioned penguin or puffin is because I know that there was a joke in Bloom County where Opus realized he looked more like a puffin than a penguin. So
Yeah, puffins are usually like they're I don't know. They're way smaller, so I don't know. I
Yeah.
like penguins can be tall. Some of them. Like, jackass penguins are pretty small, and the macaroni penguins have those funky eyebrows.
do you say
that-
jackass penguin?
A
Yeah.
macaroni penguin?
I know,
Yeah.
like what?
When did
He's
you
making
turn
up
into a
penguins.
penguin
No,
expert?
those are real.
Oh man.
And there's little blues. They're
Well,
in
I think I want to get
Australia.
a jackass penguin. I don't even care what it looks like. Probably like, get the fuck out of my way.
All right.
I'm walking here.
Staying on the animal path, if you gain the ability to speak with with animals, but your power is locked to just one branch of the animal kingdom, like all cats, all birds, all dogs, whatever, or even insects or rodents, what would you choose to speak with, and what would you do with that ability?
Oh, dogs.
Oh,
it's like
dogs,
learning
yeah.
Spanish while I'm in Texas, because like that's the one I'm going to use the most. Like, you know what I mean? What good is it in learning like Latin or penguin when I live in Texas? But I want to know. I always wonder what my dog's thinking. I think I would definitely do
exactly.
that.
I think about what Fisher's thinking like every single day. He just like looks at you with those eyes, and I'm like, dude, you're like, I want to know what you're thinking right now. So totally dogs.
He's probably thinking, I want to fuck that. I want to fuck that, like all the furniture in the house.
And my dog is really weird too, so I really want to know
You
what he's
see how
thinking.
much insight we get into Dave when during episodes like this? Like Dave thinks he's asking us hypotheticals. Really, they're very revealing about Dave.
Yeah, he should never go in the middle. He either needs to go first so that the bar is set high, or last, because we'll be like dog, and then he'd be like murder bot, or I don't know, something really fucking weird.
I would choose either cats or birds. But there's a funny Ryan George video, like what if cats could talk, and like the cat, like, oh, he makes a wish, like if he makes like 3 wishes, and one of his wishes is that his cat could talk, so it takes a bit of time for it to gain the ability to speak, but the very first words it says is like bleeped out and racist.
That sounds funny.
I can see it.
I imagine a cat would be chaotic as fuck, like always talking about being hungry and shit, just a nonstop annoyance.
I do think cats would be shit talkers.
You guys should have write a scene in a book or character in a book where it's a cat and it just goes meow, 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 meow.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can sneak that into Mauricio's going.
Mm-hmm. Cat Vader.
That's a challenge Sean has to take.
Oh, I'm on it. I'm totally on it. I'm taking one more pass on Mauricio's gone right now as we speak, Johnny. You think I can't put a cat in there with a meow?
Well, that's like the when Dave said we need to put the Kool-Aid Man in Unicorn Heathens, and Unicorn Heathens hit a snag. We're still gonna do it, but we have to figure it out. And I had already queued it up. Like he hadn't shown up, but I foreshadowed the shit out of that. Like he was gonna come. It's gonna be great.
Do you remember in the original Unicorn Western, Dave the Ruiner?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I was gonna set him
like
up too.
Debbie Downer or something.
Yeah, it's a character named Dave who literally just made everything worse.
Wow, thanks for that.
Well, he made everything a downer. He didn't make it worse. So it'd be like, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Oh, yes, it's a beautiful day. And then Dave the Ruiner would probably say like, well, that's because the sun is going to explode or something like that.
It's always brightest before the dark. So if you could snap your fingers tomorrow and be doing any other job other than writing, it can't be writing, but money was guaranteed, what would it be?
Could it be producing or directing?
Yeah.
Well, producing or directing. Actually, producing. I think I'd rather produce than direct. But producing.
This is that sad moment where I realize that I don't want to do anything else.
That's not sad, dude. That means you're living your bliss.
Well, it does, but for the purpose of this hypothetical, it's sad.
What about
'cause I don't-
what about playing music? I guess that's writing, though.
Yeah, but I don't have any ambition to like. I don't want to like do music. You know what I mean? Like, I guess if it could be a hobby, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I would try to figure out directing, but I don't know that that's in my DNA. Like, I don't know that I could do that well. So yeah, I don't know. Music, maybe I'd do music. That's the best I got.
Okay.
What about you?
I would probably be doing comic strips,
Oh,
or if I could be creating a TV show. All right, let's take something from your Beam series.
Ooh.
So would you rather be Enterprise, have the have the amount of money that you can make be uncapped, but you have zero safety net. I did have a question on that. Does that zero safety net, is that individual or for the whole family? Or can
I
you
think it's
have,
for your. I think it's for you. Like if
It's
you're
individual because we even in Plugged we explore a married couple who like they have marital conflict because one is enterprise and one is directorate,
Right.
and one's always like putting up with her husband's wild fucking schemes while she has like the basic dole that keeps them alive.
well,
yeah,
let me hold on. Let me get onto the edge of my seat before Sean.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I wanna
because I
finish
can't
explaining-
imagine.
Like, why are you asking me this?
Right.
I do want to finish explaining for people that don't know. So you have a choice. You could be enterprise, and the amount of money you can make, it basically pure capitalism, but fucking no safety net whatsoever. So if you fail, you're fucked. And you get to choose what every 4 years is it?
I think it's
Or every
6.
It's 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or would you rather be directorate, which is basically you're on the dole. You could do whatever you want. You don't have to work. Although I don't know how they get people to work in that kind of a world.
Because people like they want to stay busy. We also explore that in Plug. There's a lot of people who like they'll drive a cab or they'll metal.
What about
or
like
whatever.
jobs that pretty much everybody universally hates?
That's
but you-
probably handled by bots. We do
Yeah, you
handle
got
that
bots
too.
for that.
There's
You
even
got bots.
a reference in the very first chapter where it's like an enterprise guy is riding in a cab and thinking about how the driver doesn't need to be there. Like, why is he there?
That's actually the scene I was just thinking of.
Okay, so would you rather be enterprise or directorate, where you get a monthly dole, but you don't have to do anything for it? But on the flip side of that, you can do whatever the hell you want. You just can't make money at it.
Well, does Sean even need to answer?
Yeah, like
I know, Sean. Johnny.
Well, yeah, but you can't. You also can't build things. Like you can't start a business. You can't like. There's you could do whatever you
Could
want.
you be a writer?
Privacy of your home.
I think you could do it as a hobby.
You can
we
do
didn't
it as a
explore
hobby, but
that.
you can't form an LLC. You can't like you can't build big things. And I'm born to build things. So like I have lived without a safety net and done the big things, and I'm clearly wired to be enterprise.
I would
Johnny.
I would be enterprise too. Not as strongly as Sean would be, but that's where I would land. I don't like having an upside cap, and my wife absolutely loves that there's also no downside cap. That's sarcasm.
I if my needs were met, I think I would take directorate and put my stuff out for free, because all I really want to do is share my stories and be supported in doing that. So I don't know. I think I'd have to think about it, but that's probably where I
You
would
wouldn't
fall.
have to think about it. You are directorate through and through. What
Wow.
the fuck?
It is funny because I think we have two poles, and I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. Like I could see an argument for either side.
I can see an
yeah.
argument for either side for sure. And having juggled an awful lot of risk in the last few years, directorate's a little more appealing than it used to be. but I'm still definitely wired to take the big swings, and
I'm
like
risk averse as fuck.
And
Yeah,
the
like
directorate, this is a complex thing in the beam, but the directorate people, it's not like you get the same amount. Like there are people on the low end of directorate and people on the high end of directorate. So it kind of depends where you land.
Okay.
yeah, like one of the main characters is stupidly rich. They're like they were one of the characters is a very successful recording artist, and so when they signed over to directorate, they're getting basically millions of credits a year, to be directorate. So it like replaces their income, but now they can't make bajillions of dollars. It's it is you are getting it's not one size fits all.
There's some ambiguity there. Maybe they're actually more, maybe the bigger issue is this is, well, whatever. I could go into that. I'm not going to. So I'll
The
stop.
system is corrupt, like all
Yes,
systems.
the system is corrupt.
Would you be willing to have an orgasm every time you sneezed in exchange for $5
Yes.
million?
What? What? Win? God, I hope they don't give me a donut too.
You can't control.
Wait,
Creative.
Man, I'd be shoving pepper up my nose. It'd be the best life ever.
I feel like Dave again is revealing something about himself. Are orgasms painful for you?
No, but I mean, you'd be out in public or you'd be on a podcast.
Do they
and
make
it'd be
you think of
seen.
your mother? Like, why? You get $5 million and an orgasm every time you sneeze, and this is a question you have to ponder.
And spoiler, I kind of like sneezing.
This is
He already has
worthy.
an orgasm.
This is worthy of a space on your hypothetical list.
Fuck off. Okay, here's a good question.
Would you guys rather have a really delicious meal, but you have to have a massage?
I don't know. Some people might not want to have orgasms in public.
Well,
I just say yippee every time. I just make them think I'm cheering for something.
it's $5 million.
I mean, Sean has already established what he'll do for $1 million. So
No, I think that was two.
was it two? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you get a job at a company where they give you a corner office and a salary of $2 million a year.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to know what you have to do.
All you have to do is sit in the office and do nothing all day long. You can't talk to anybody. You can't read. You can't surf the internet. You can't bring anything in or out of the room. You can't write. You can't draw. You can't do anything that might take your mind off the nothingness. You can only eat or drink as needed. 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Would you take the job? And for how long would you work there?
Oh, you're allowed to do it for a while and stop?
Yeah,
That changes everything.
It's not forever.
Could I do it for 1 month and just get a month's salary?
No, yeah, it's a year. It's a year contract.
I'm thinking no.
And how much
Weirdly.
is it? It's $2 million a year?
$2 million.
So you'd make about what, 160,000 a month? I mean, it's a lot of money, but shit.
And it's just a 9 to 5. So I still have my mornings to myself. I have 8
Yeah.
hours of this, and then I
Yeah.
can come home.
Yeah, but dude,
But
how
you-
long can you sit in a room and do nothing right now? Nothing.
Well, I can't. I'm not wired to do that. But I'm trading 1 year of this, and then I basically have the means to kind of like build anything I want.
I think I would go insane. A year
And I
is a
still,
long
like,
time.
But I could also I mean, look, they can't control what you think about. I just think about the shit I want to write in the morning when I wake up before I go to my office.
Oh, I don't think
But
I
you'd
could
have
do
to
it.
remember it.
I don't think
have
I
no
could do
problem
it.
with that. Yeah, for 1 year, I'd do it for $2 million. I'd still rather, just for the record, I'd still rather suck a dick for $2 million.
Can we
Way
can we
more
try this
efficient.
experiment?
Anyone
For,
wants.
can somebody please sponsor this? Because I have my doubts as to whether Sean could actually do it. Like, I think that a year is a long. I think you'd go nuts. I'd go nuts.
So is it like if I quit after like 6-7 months, I have to give the money back? Like it's all or nothing thing.
Yes.
That is rough.
And how rough would it be if you were going crazy at 6 months, and you knew you still had 6 months left, or you've done the last 6 months for nothing?
Yeah, that'd be miserable. And there is nothing I care about or value more than my time.
Than
so.
time. Yeah, I think there's two kinds of people in the world. I know. So I had, when I was in my early 20s, I had a job at UPS, just sorting boxes. It was a pure like manual labor job. I actually really loved it. I just did it for a summer though. And there were stories in the break room where people, because it was, it was a very blue collar crowd. Like I was just summering there, but there were people that this was what they did all the time. And there were people who were talking about a job at the local Jeep plant where you were given a space on the floor that was like, it wasn't big. It was like, I don't know, a 20 by 20 space. And all you had to do was make sure that was clean. Now that sounds like a joke job to me. That doesn't sound like a real job. I don't know if they were telling the truth, but people were slobbering over it. Like that's all you do every day is just make sure that that floor is clean. And I thought, oh my God, you could not make me do that job. But they loved the idea of doing that job because you didn't have to do anything. And I'm like, yeah, and you aren't going to do anything as well.
Yeah, not doing anything is hell.
Yeah. For me, it would be.
I don't know if I would. I'd probably do it for 1 year. Just
Who are we kidding, Dave? You would do it for 1 year.
No, I it's hard for me to sit alone. I need to be writing or drawing or something. Well, I had. So are both of you a no?
Yeah, I'm a no.
I think I'm a no. I would love to
Okay.
say that I would do it, but Johnny's right. I'd get to month 6 and be like, "Oh my god, what did I do?"
So
And
the follow-up question, if you said yes, would have been, what if you had to sit there naked and people could watch you through a large mirror?
This is the second one with people observing us naked.
yeah, again, Dave, you're revealing. To me, there's no difference. Like,
Really?
yeah, like fuck
I
yeah,
don't want
like
people watching me naked.
we've all got fucking twig and berries. Like, I don't care.
That makes it more interesting, actually. Because then you got some stuff going on.
Yeah, like right. It's better than pure boredom.
I'd probably
So-
be, after 6 months, I'd be like, can I please be naked and have people watching me?
Yeah, I don't think that being naked is worse than not being able to, do anything.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think would happen? Do you think, Sean? This is just for you. Do you think that there are vast stretches of time that when Dave is not observed and we don't see him, that he is literally just sitting there, staring into space with a 1,000-yard stare, doing exactly this? Do you think that's possible?
It's possible.
Yeah.
No, I'm very I move a lot, so I never sit still.
Hmm.
You just sit
That's how
down
they
in
get you.
between.
Yeah, it is. Hold on, because we're running out of time, and I have so many good ones left.
But
Hold on.
rapid lightning round.
A man appears in your living room tonight holding a suitcase, and he just appears magically. So there's no doubt that he is powerful. He has a suitcase, which he says is filled with generational wealth. He says, you have
You
24
can't
hours.
fit generational wealth in a suitcase.
Maybe it's, I don't
Who's
know.
the magic
whatever.
one
It's
here?
magic, fucker. Sean's like, get out! It's not enough!
Well, the guy's just clearly a liar. Like, who's like, I've got generational wealth in my
Yeah, the fact that
suitcase."
he's saying generational wealth, I'm already suspect. Oh, he's already suspicious.
Okay, just as much money as you could possibly want. Okay,
Okay.
how about that?
Is
Okay.
it like
It's
Mary
a debit
Poppins
card.
bag? And he's like got like generational wealth and then a lamp.
Fuck off. Maybe he gives you a door to a portal that is just a room full of money that you could go in anytime you want and leave anytime you want.
All right, cool. I'm in.
All right. He says you have 24 hours to open it. But if you don't open it, it will vanish. If you do open it, somebody on your block, not your family, will drop dead.
Can I
Of-
pick who it is? Because it's the motherfucker who drives a Tacoma at 90 miles an hour. I was going to bitch about this guy earlier when we were talking about neighbors.
It would be random. So
No, I
it would,
I
it
couldn't
would
do
be hold on. It would be of natural causes. Won't be anyone in your family. Never be traced to you. Do you open it?
that. No.
No, I don't either.
Okay. Follow up. This might change your
Wait,
answer.
Dave, would you? You know Dave would. He doesn't admit it. There's no Dave would. Dave would have opened this shit twice. Can I
Let me finish a
Can I
sentence.
re-up?
I've got some generational wealth for you. It gets like some silverware.
No, but the follow-up question might change your mind. It definitely changes my mind.
Hmm.
What if he tells you if you don't open it, he's going to go make the same offer to everybody else on your street, house by house?
All right, I don't let what other people are doing affect what
But
I'm
you
doing.
might be
You
the
will
one.
die.
You might be
but
the one who
like, my
dies.
street's pretty big. I mean, but
But he's
I'm
going
not
to do
gonna-
it for everybody. That's a lot of shots.
Yeah, but I imagine that only like one person can open the door, right?
You don't know. He could make the offer to everyone, and everyone just fucking gets a chance.
Just pretend that's it. Everyone gets a chance. Everyone gets to
Oh,
Eventually,
decide.
your number will come up, motherfucker.
I don't know, man. It's still karma. It's still like you either do the thing or you don't. And I don't think I could do the thing.
I think that's my answer too. It's like, I don't know, man. I mean, it is kind of a trolley problem because you could argue that by not doing it and then he makes the offer to other people, you're but tacitly killing them through
Yeah,
passivity.
Dave? You just saw Johnny. Did you see Widow Bay?
I did not.
I did.
Right, Dave? Like I think it was like the second to last episode. It might have actually been the last episode. When so Johnny, the setup is there's somebody who, if she dies, like the whole island basically gets saved is the premise, and she's an older lady, she's in her 80s, and so he goes over there to kill her because like he's got to save the island, but he's trying to make himself feel good about it, so he's basically like, you know the trolley problem, right? And he's trying to get her to agree so that he will feel good about killing her. She's like, oh, I would never do that. And he's like,
she's so nice.
And she's so nice. And he's like, yeah, but you would save everybody. And she's like, yeah, but I can't be the person who kills the people. And it's just so cut and dry. And he's like, no, I can't kill the old lady. It's a beautifully done scene.
So, Johnny, you were saying that you would or would not open it if you knew that offer was going to be extended to everybody else.
No, I think my rationale is the same as Sean. I can only control myself, and I think it would be hard to live with knowing that this is one of those ones where,
Johnny, because then you have to live with the thing that you did. Like, it may not be traced back to you, but that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about actually being the person who made that decision.
Okay, well, I live in Florida, and I know goddamn well that everybody on my block would probably fucking open that thing, so I'm opening it. It's kill or be killed in the wild streets of Florida.
I'm sure, but yeah, that doesn't change my answer.
Okay. All right. When you die, you're given two choices. One is to relive your life with some of the knowledge you have now, so you'd be able to, undo mistakes or whatever, or be reincarnated with no knowledge and no choice of where you'll wind up, though you'll certainly be a human. Which would you choose?
Oh, that's not even close for me. I think about this all the time. Oh man, I wish I could relive my life knowing the shit that I know. That'd be amazing. So yeah, it's like going through the level of the video game again, but your muscle memory is just a little sharper.
Yeah, since we're saying live your life again, I am assuming that means that the same people, the same situations will be your starting point.
Well, you could change situations.
Yeah, but it'd be the butterfly effect, dude. Like, you'd make one different decision because you're like trying to optimize this, and then
that actually
life veers off.
That actually might turn. That actually is very monkey's paw. Like, it makes
me
wonder.
Monkey's paw, because then you'd be trying to get back to people that you know and they don't know you.
Right. Like, I want my family again, but it's like, I mean, even if I end up with my same wife, unless we're like right on the same schedule, I'm not going to end up with the same kids. So I don't know. I think maybe for that reason, I might have to take the second if I really thought about it, the anonymous one.
I think I'd still roll the dice. I mean, the thing is, I like who I am. I like how my brain works. I would still be me, but with different context and different, choices. I think I would still want access to me. And
you don't think you'd still be all Twilight Zoned into like knowing that your future is coming and you can't get it?
No, because I would just look at it as a different adventure. But like, I'm still me, but it's just a different. Like, I wouldn't want to lose me, because really, if I come back, even if I have a different life, it's like you get a second life. If I came back and I'm totally reincarnated in a completely different experience, then it's not like I get a second life. It's like I actually died, right? Like, this is the chance to live as yourself again.
I think that we've reached the moment where we're all with bated breath wanting to know how Dave answers this question.
Oh, I would definitely, same as Sean.
Wait, you choose this again?
Yes, but there's things I would do differently, and that does, obviously that opens a whole set of like sliding doors. Like, if I did the thing I was afraid to do or whatever, would that then just throw everything else out of whack? But yeah, I would do that.
I'm picturing baby Dave militarizing. Like,
I'll learn how to shoot by
that bully's gonna fuck with me now.
Dave becomes
there would
bully.
Definitely be some bully.
Yeah, Dave would be the bully.
All right, you're driving home one day, and you see what is absolutely undoubtedly a unicorn. You have a few seconds to capture a video or photo. Doing so would probably get you some fame and probably quite a lot of cash. But you also know if you take this photo and you send it out there, people are going to want to fucking find this thing, hunt it down. What do you do?
Oh, I don't. I leave it alone.
Yeah, I
Johnny.
think I would probably take the picture, but I don't know that I wouldn't try to cash in on it. Like, you
Yeah,
know, I'd be
I
like
would
showing
not
my
cash in
family,
on
like,
the
look, I
unicorn.
found a unicorn.
Yeah, if I really need the money, I've got to corner off his job of doing nothing waiting for me.
Right, exactly. Well, I guess I'll take that job.
Guy.
Yeah.
All right. Did either of you see the 3-body problem?
I did not. I know I
did.
should.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. It's just kind of a situation, a little bit different though. You work in a lab that's searching for alien life. One night you scan an area of the sky that's already been marked off, deemed void of life. You know nobody else is going to search that area. You get a signal. It's a message from aliens, galaxy 5 light years away. You can respond and let them know, yes, somebody's here, and there's a good chance that they're going to come and visit us. Not knowing what would happen if that advanced race visited us, you're wary. You alone can ensure that nobody ever knows what you saw, and you might, make sure that they never come here if you erase the evidence. Or do you respond, not knowing what will happen?
I don't respond.
I guess I wouldn't either, because the apocalyptic con seems like it would outweigh the possible pro.
Yeah, I would be happy enough to know that, for sure there's alien life out there. I'm like, cool. Like that is a big win already to have the knowledge. I don't think that I need to jeopardize the entire species and planet.
You don't think that they're going to be benevolent? You don't think that they're going to come and be like, hey, stop fighting, fuckers?
I don't know. I just like it's a lot of energy to travel 5 light years. So,
But maybe they're going to call home some of the people who are here.
maybe they're just coming back to get Dave.
Right.
Or they could come in peace and, we fuck it up by just launching missiles at them because we're stupid.
I mean, I think this basically comes down to a question of, do you believe that there would be good or bad results that would come? Therefore, I know exactly how Dave will answer.
Yeah, I said no. My son, interestingly, said, yeah, I'll push a button. His
young.
curiosity
He's
outweighed.
Yeah.
What'd you say? He's what?
He's young. Hasn't been ground down yet.
All right. We will do one last one here. You're given the opportunity to write a sequel, a reboot, a remake, whatever, or continuation of any movie or TV series you want. What would you create? And you get to decide the future of the property and what is done with it. So what would you do?
Lost, no doubt.
Would you retcon or continue?
I'd
Or like a remake?
Yeah,
Oh,
I would redo it. I was actually just saying because the project that I was talking about that was originally going to be our July project. I just added a bunch of flashbacks into that, and I added a bunch of flashbacks into Abricio after getting some early feedback on the season, and I was telling Cindy this just a couple of days ago that I think that for storytelling, I learned more from Lost than any other individual show. And it's not that it's the best show. It's not that but just as a storyteller, the way it used narrative and flashback and mystery boxes and all of that, it really informed my early storytelling. It informed a lot of how we handled Yesterday's Gone, at least from my end. And it was just a really influential show for me. And it didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to, I defend it. I do. And I love it enough to make excuses for it. And I think that I like the ending more than most people like the ending of Lost, but I still feel like there's a lot that it could have done better. And I feel like there's a lot of really, really cool parts of that show that just didn't quite connect in the end. Hurley birds. like there are too many hurley birds on that show. So I would love to take another stab at that one.
Johnny?
I got nothing.
You could even do House of Leaves into a show.
Well, but the problem is that the essence of that
That's so
question,
literary, though. It makes it on the page is what makes that.
yeah, the
story
essence
great.
of that question is that's Lost is a perfect example. So I could be like Lost, but then I'm just stealing Sean's answer, just aping it. The reason that I think that this is so hard is because it has to be a property that you respect and you saw a lot of potential in, but that didn't live up to that potential. So like I have a lot of things that I really loved, like Battlestar Galactica, but I'm not going to redo that because I like what it is. And I don't like mindless reboots of things. So like I think it's really dumb when people don't understand why something has its appeal and then reboot it. So let's take my favorite one.
Or you could continue it.
Well, you could continue it, but that I'm a little bit more movies, despite me saying Lost and Battlestar Galactica. So it's like I'm sure I could find something, but on the spot, nothing is coming to me. So, but I hate mindless reboots, and I don't want to mindlessly reboot something. So like anytime anybody's rebooted a Paul Verhoeven film, failing to understand that the Verhoevenness of it is what made it appealing. It was not that it wasn't done realistically enough.
Yeah, RoboCop and Total Recall were like, why?
Garbage.
Like, why are you rebooting these movies in this way?
Well, and they're
Starship Troopers TV show.
Yeah, I mean they're rebooting. Some of these may be really good. I don't know, but like I saw they're rebooting Harry Potter again. I'm like that just feels cowardly to me. It feels like you don't want to take a risk on anything else. I saw Cape Fear is getting a second reboot. Like they're doing.
It's on Apple TV right now.
I didn't know it was on Apple TV, so it might be. I mean, again, those might be great.
Actually, both of those I totally get because TV is a different narrative than movies, and so you get a lot more. Like an 8-episode Apple TV Cape Fear. Like I'm actually looking forward to that. And Javier Bardem seems like a scary motherfucker.
Yeah. He'd be great in it. Amy Adams would be great in it too. It's just yeah.
Well, there was a Cape Fear years ago, also like 1950s or 60s.
So
well, that's what I was saying. Second reboot.
Yeah, Scorsese rebooted it with De Niro in the very early 90s.
By the way, there's a movie that's a hard watch. Like you forget about it, and then I watched it again. I was like, oh, I'm not comfortable with this. Like it's a hard watch, and you forget how hard it is.
Yeah, I mean, Cape Fear even less so, but Harry Potter, like spending an entire season of television per book makes sense to me because they had to truncate so much to make it into a movie in the first place.
Well, this is one of those things that you and I have chronically disagreed on, which is fine. We can believe different things, but I don't know. It just feels unnecessary. It feels like, come on, man, do something else. Like do something new. I get so tired of seeing the same shit done over and over again.
All right. My thing would be I don't know anyone else that's ever seen this show, although I know it exists. I've done the research.
Cliffhanger.
I saw the devil.
Cliffhangers. It was a TV show in like 76, 77. And it was
I knew you'd pick Cliffhanger.
Well, I was leaning on that or like doing a proper New Mutants like adaptation like TV show. I would love to see that. But Cliffhangers was a TV show that lasted like one season, maybe 1.5, and it was an hour and a half long. It had 3 or 4 different stories that it told, and I'm sure all of the stories do not hold up. I'm sure they're cheesy and cringy and shit. So I would just basically take the idea of the show, which was serialized TV episodes, and it continues 3 or 4 like different stories broken up over the course of time. Now I do think that doing that now would only work if it was like on a weekly release schedule like Apple TV or somebody that's willing to still do weekly release schedules did it, but I think that would be pretty damn cool. So
I have a near miss that I can answer since I didn't give an answer, and I couldn't do this for the reasons that are going to become apparent. But if that upstart Denis Villeneuve hadn't done it, Dune would have been my answer. Because that original, not the original, but the Dune that that David Lynch did, I just thought was
80s version.
Yeah, it was really just undersold it. Or The Dark Tower. I'll answer The Dark Tower because oh my God, was that a piece of shit?
Great answer. Yeah, The Dark Tower is a great answer.
That piece of shit that they made with McConaughey and Idris Elba for like a 90-minute.
Let's take a 7-book series and make it a 90-minute movie.
Yeah,
so you make
insane.
it like a TV series then?
Yeah, it should be a TV series.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I like movies a little bit more, so I would probably trend toward movies, but it's probably true that TV would.
I feel like that should be a 7-season TV show.
Okay, I did not have. Well, I have other questions I'm not going to ask because we're running out of time. But I do have this on this subject. If you could pick anything right now that you've already made, not something you're going to make, and it's a TV series or a movie, what is it?
Sean and I have the same answer.
But The Beam is what I think belongs. Out of everything that's already released, I would say The Beam, or Unicorn Western.
That's what I was going to say.
Make
really I thought you'd both pick that.
Fun TV, either one of those. But right now, I'm really like the thing that will come out in a few months. I feel like it's very zeitgeisty, very good TV, and I would love to see it on TV someday. So, I mean, we have a history of tending to write TV style stuff. So there's kind of an embarrassment of riches there.
Mine would probably be White Space. So
yeah, I think White Space would be a great TV show.
All right. Well, that is it for this week. Was this episode fun? Did it seem low effort?
Yes.
Both yes and yes.
All right. Well, we aim to please.
No, it actually didn't seem low effort. Like you had a bunch of prepared questions, but.
All right. So before we wrap, if this conversation gave you something to think about, I'm sure it did. You will not want to live without the dispatch.
And Dave did not give you his idea to steal.
Yes. Well, one of those questions is kind of like my idea, but it's different enough. I don't think anyone will get it. Anyway.
Dude, you could have given your exact idea and nobody would have.
No, fuck you. Someone will steal it. So head over to smarterartist.net/dispatch, sign up, and you will get a copy of the Smarter Artist Method. And if you like that, leave a review on Amazon. And you'll also maybe get one of my comics and whatever else we're doing. So
you can ignore it like Johnny.
Yeah, no, I just went back while we were on the air and read both of the comics that have been sent. I enjoy. I'm serious. I'm enjoying seeing Dave do comics. I think that's cool.
That is cool.
My next one's gonna be Naked Dave.
Can't wait.
Ooh. I'll forward it to my mom.
I'll end on that. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Adios.
They chase the spark. We own the dark. They feed the scroll while we leave a mark. No tricks, no hacks, just the code they lack. Yeah. We stay on the rails while they fall off the track. Smarter artists never die. Yeah. We don't lay stone for spectacle, don't frame for applause. We build the boring way with discipline and pause. They expect the penthouse view before the footing is set. A crown without calluses, a win without sweat. The craft is in the mortar, not the hunger for more. Not the facade that cracks with a hollowed out core. You want the trick, it's tedious, it's thankless, it's true. Show up with intention till the structure starts showing you. They go fast, we go far. Paper planes versus iron bars. They chase spikes, we stack days. We build the house that never fades. Let them run, let them fly. Smarter artists never die. Yeah. Yeah. They chase vanity metrics that die at the peak. We pour the slow foundations while they sprint for the streak. We don't rent our attention to whatever blows through. We're setting corner posts for storms they never knew. We're not racing to the ribbon, we're widening the base. Let the footing fully cure before the frame locks in place. Every draft's another course, every session's a beam. We're not chasing momentum, we're constructing the dream. They go fast, we go far. Paper planes versus iron bars. They chase spikes, we stack days. We build the house that never fades. Let them run, let them fly. Smarter artists never die. throw parades while you're still setting the forms. Pop champagne and glass towers while you're bracing for storms. Some nights you wonder if the blueprint's a lie, if the long game's just patience that forgot how to fly. But scars become low bearing when the structure survives. When the fast builds crack open and the slow ones stay alive. We don't ask for permission, we don't wait to be seen. We're drafting our futures in the quiet in between.
They go fast, we go far. Paper planes versus iron bars.